Hello, Crossroad kids! It's Teacher Angelica. So today's activity is going to be super exciting because we are going to be drawing together. And what we're going to be drawing are some of the things we learned in today's story. So, if you're ready, let's go get started. So, for this activity, you're of course going to need paper. You can use whatever kind of paper you want. You can have it colored or you can have it plain. Another thing that we're going to need is a pencil or maybe some crayons. Or you might want to use markers, whatever you prefer, as long as you can draw with it. Now lastly, and this is an option, we could use a ruler if you want to be able to draw things straight. Of course, you don't need to have one, but if you want to, you can go ahead and grab your ruler. Now, if all of you are ready, let's get started. Do you remember what happened in today's story? The story is about how we can trust that God is always with us. The king Nebuchadnezzar thought he was the greatest king ever, and he wanted everyone to know that. And so, a king needs a crown, right? We're gonna start by drawing that. So first, we are going to start with a straight line. Whoops. We're going to start with a straight line. And if you can't make it straight, that's perfectly okay too, as long as we draw a line down over here. Next, so pick an end where you want to start on your line. I'm going to start on my right end. So from the right end of the line, over here, I'm going to lift up. See, if you have a ruler, you can make it super straight. And if you don't have one, that's okay. Next, from this end, from the top end of the line you just drew, we're going to draw a diagonal line going down. So, diagonal line. There you go. Now we're going to draw the middle part of the crown. Now this is where it might get tricky. So we're going to have to draw a triangle. So we're going to draw more like half a triangle. So just one going up. That's right. And from up here we go down. Climb down. Okay. So this is half a triangle because I didn't put anything on the bottom of it. So it's like an upside down V, right? Now, I want to start from this other end of my line. This is my left end. So I'm gonna go climb up. Okay, I think we can stop there. And then we're gonna draw another diagonal line going down. And we're going to connect it with our triangle here. So, going down. That's right. There we go. So this is where you can kind of have fun and get creative. We have to decorate the crown. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some jewels on the crown. You can follow me or you can do your own thing. So maybe I'm going to draw some diamonds. Some diamond shapes here in the middle. Maybe one over here. And maybe one over here. Jewels come in all shapes and sizes. So you can draw circles if you want to. You can even use squares. Here, I'll show you an example. I'll erase this part here. And I'm gonna use an oval or a giant. Well, I guess this is more like a weird circle. There you go. So you can do whatever you want. Okay. So now, we've drawn the crown. A crown is something that a king wears, right? You see, the king Nebuchadnezzar loved himself so much that he made a giant statue of himself. And he made people come and see it. Not just that, He commanded that every time the music played, he wanted everyone to bow down to his statue. But what kind of music exactly? Well, that's what we're gonna draw. So, we're going to be drawing a trumpet. Let's start with a line from somewhere in the middle of your paper, going down. Don't make it too long. Okay? So now that we have this line, we're going to be drawing another triangle again. And we're not going to draw the point of the triangle. I'll show you what I mean. So from this tip over here, from the top point, I'm going to pull it a little bit. See? And then from the bottom point of the line, I'm going to pull it upward. So it forms a sort of triangle. But I'm not going to finish it. I'm not going to draw the tip over here. So what I'm going to do instead is from this tip, from this point of the line over here, I'm going to draw a straight line going through my paper. You see what I did? Now we're going to do it again for this side. Okay? So from this side over here, we draw a tip. We draw a straight line going through the paper. Now let's connect these two lines. So I'm going to just connect them here. I'm going to make this top line longer because I made it too short over there. Okay. So now that we've done this, we're going to draw a sort of a wide letter C. I'm going to start over. I'll use red so you can see it. I'll start over here. And I think I'm going to end over here. So I'm going to start my letter C from this point. And I'm going to end it over here. Ooh, tricky, right? So we're going to do that one more time. Let's see if you can do it. This is a challenge. Okay, so again, I'm going to use the red so you can see it. Starting over here, ending over here. And then I'm going to do one more and connect it to my red lines. And there you have the trumpet handle. Okay, so now trumpets need buttons. So we're just going to draw one line up here. Another line up there, just 3 lines. So 3 small lines. And then just some circles on top of the lines. Doesn't have to be perfect circles because then you'll have your button. So now that we have our trumpet, the king Nebuchadnezzar would have trumpets play whenever he wanted his people to bow down to him. And if they didn't obey, well, something bad would happen to them. He'd throw them into a fire. So each day the music played, everyone in the crowd would bow down, except 3 people. These people were Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They would not bow down to anyone except God, because they knew that God was the greatest king of all. So the king Nebuchadnezzar was very, very mad, and he threw them into the fire. So, where's the fire? That's what we're going to draw next. And this is super simple. This one is going to be fun. So, to draw a fire, we're just going to draw a bunch of squiggly lines, curvy lines. They can be all different kinds of sizes and shapes. I'm going to put one tall one up here. And maybe I want to make one slant like that. And maybe another small slanting line like that. See, none of the lines are super perfect, but I can use this. So, how do we draw a fire out of this? So what we're going to do now is, from the top of each line, we're going to connect them to the other line. I'll show you how. So I'm gonna start over here and slowly connect it. I'm gonna use another kind of squiggly curvy line. There you go. And then I'm gonna start from this one over here and then connect it down again. Just using curvy lines. One more time. There you go. And another. Oh, this one's a long one. And then we're gonna do it one other time. This one. Okay? So it's looking a little more like a fire now, but we can add a little more. So we're gonna do this again inside. So we're gonna draw some lines here, another line here. Maybe I'll draw just squiggly. Okay, so now we're gonna do the same thing again. We're gonna connect these lines to the other lines, going down. And so you have your fire. I'm just gonna close it down here. Maybe you want to add a little bit of smoke to the fire, so you can just draw like little clouds. Just drawing puffs. Maybe you want to add smaller fires. Adding little clouds, because fires have a lot of smoke, right? Okay, so now we've drawn our fire. And isn't that crazy? How could the king do something so mean? But Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were not afraid, because something amazing happened. Someone else was in the fire. God had sent an angel to be with them. He protected them. So now we're gonna draw God's angel. So let's start with a letter U, a wide letter U shape, and then we're gonna use a letter C for the ears, and then a backward C over here for the other ear. And then for the hair, you can follow me or you can do whatever you want. So this is how I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna just draw a lot of number 3s, or letter W's actually. So I'm just gonna draw letter W's. That's 2 W's, 3 W's, 4. Okay. So just a lot of letter W's. And then from one side of the, of the letter W's, I'm gonna extend it, draw a line going higher. And then I'm gonna do the same thing for the other side and draw like a curve for the hair. Okay, so now that you have the hair, we're gonna draw a small letter C here in the middle of the face for the nose. And then maybe we'll give him a smile. And we're gonna draw 2 circles for the eyes. We're gonna color those circles in. Okay. So now we're gonna go down to the body. So we're gonna draw the neck. The neck goes below the chin. Okay. And then from the neck, you're gonna close it like this. And then from here, you're gonna pull downward. Okay. And then you're gonna go back to the other side towards the neck again, and you're gonna pull downward again. Looks a bit funny now, but it'll get better. You'll see the angel. So now we're gonna close it. from down here. So you made like a kind of triangle. So now the next step is to draw the shoulders. So his shoulders should go out like this from the neck. Let's do that for the other side too. And then from the shoulder here, we're gonna pull the line downward again. And then we're gonna connect it to his gown. Now we're gonna do the same thing here. Pull the line downward, connect to his gown. And now maybe we could draw some feet. I think these are just like 2 curves maybe here. Like maybe almost looking like bunny ears. Okay. So now an angel needs a halo. That's this thing over here on top of his head. So we're just drawing a circle or an oval. And what's missing? Oh, right, the wings. Because an angel needs wings. So we're gonna go back to the shoulder again. Now I'm gonna start it from the neck, where you draw a line, pulling it up, and then you stop. Now we're gonna pull it down. Pull it down from the top like you're going down a roller coaster. Ready? Go. Pull. Okay. So this drawing wings is kind of tricky. So it doesn't have to be perfect when you do it, because it does get a bit tricky. It's kind of hard. So from here where we pulled, I'm gonna pull it up again. Make sure it's kind of round. Okay. And then don't pull all the way up, but you can pull down here and down here. There you go. So let's do the same for the other side. Okay, pulling up and roller coastering down. Drawing a curve. It's kind of like drawing a roller coaster, huh? Drawing a curve down, going up, going down. There you go. And so there you have it. There is your angel. So God sent an angel to be with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He protected them. And the king Nebuchadnezzar was so surprised by this that he released them. He was amazed that God saved them. And so this is the end of our activity. If you want to color your drawings, you can go right ahead if you have crayons with you. And if you participated in this, please share your drawings with us. You can send them to us. You can post it on our social media. And have a good day. Bye, kids.